Hello and good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a day in the life with 5 pets. So I have 2 cats, 2 rabbits, and a dog. So I'm just going to take you through my day. So first of all, I am feeding Milo. He eats raw food, so I feed him on the counter in the kitchen just so no one else gets into it, but Lincoln doesn't like his food anyways, so it really isn't that big of a deal. Then I go into the laundry room and feed Lincoln. He is on a special prescription diet because he has IBD, and he gets a couple supplements on top. He eats in the laundry room because Milo will eat his food if I don't lock him away. Next, I go ahead and make myself breakfast. Today, I'm just eating some vegan yogurt. I believe it's almond milk based. And I am putting strawberries and granola in it. And it looks like I'm watching a podcast while I eat. And then afterwards, I go ahead and let the cats out. It's getting kind of cold, but I put the cat door in the window and they have a little catio outside. My cats are vaccinated and they're also treated for heartworm, ticks, and fleas. So they also don't really have any access to grass or anything out there, but they love their little catio. And then I go into the bunny room and give them fresh water. I'm wearing my dad's slippers. Don't judge me. I think mine were wet because I gave Luca a bath and got them all wet. But then I'm gonna go ahead and give the bunnies a treat in the morning. They don't get veggies in the morning anymore because Sterling's on a diet, and Ebony doesn't eat veggies in the morning because she's stubborn. So I just give them a treat, make sure they're eating, and fresh water, and then they eat hay throughout the day. Then I go ahead and give Luca his food. He has a couple of supplements on top of his food that he gets, just some joint supplements and stuff. And here he is just eating. I have a purple scarf on him today because he's adorable. And then I just go in the kitchen while he's eating, and I'm just running some dishes in the dishwasher. And of course, we have to let Luca outside. He obviously went potty before I filmed this as well. I let him out in the morning right when I wake up, but I let him go potty again after he eats. So he just runs outside and he has a little potty area. And I do pick up his poop in the morning. I do it about once a day, but there was more poop than normal because this was filmed right after I got home from Bunfest. I flew out really early in the morning before I left, and then I got home super late at night. So I didn't pick up the poop from that morning or that night. So there was a little bit more than normal, but typically I do it about once a day, and then I'm just playing with him. Then we go ahead and just wash his water dish with soap and water, and then I fill it up and give him some water. I have this water mat because he makes an incredible mess whenever he drinks. And then I got some raw food out for Milo. I don't think I ended up making it this day. It takes about a day to thaw because it's 5 pounds, and then normally the day after I go ahead and prepare his raw food. The reason Lincoln is not on raw food is because it's making him incredibly sick because of his IBD. So hopefully in the future, maybe he can go back on it. But for now, we're working with some supplements and medication to get him stabilized. So for now, only Milo eats it. And then I do have this chicken foot. I hope this doesn't gross anyone out, but Luca has a very sensitive stomach, so the only treats that he can really tolerate are these dehydrated treats from a store called Naked Beast, and they're just a small business online. They have like chicken feet, pig ears, things like that. And those are the only things that he's been able to tolerate because he has a pretty sensitive stomach. So I'm just going ahead and giving him one of those. So I just feed it either outside or on his raised bed just so that it doesn't make a mess. Typically I prefer to feed them outdoors, but these little chicken feet, I don't mind him eating inside. I just don't like him sitting outside too much by himself, and because it's cold out, I don't like to stand out there with him. But thankfully our fence is going to be put in tomorrow as I'm filming this voiceover. So tomorrow we'll finally have a fence, but yeah, unfortunately it took so long because of the state of the world. We ordered it before we even brought Luca home, and it's finally being put in November. So Love that. So next I drove to the shop and I am taking photos of our brand new Snuggabuns. So if you guys did not know, we started selling Snuggabuns again and we just launched 4 new patterns and I love all of the patterns so much. But the day I filmed this was the day that I released them to the public. We had an early release at BunFest, so anyone who went to BunFest was able to get some of these patterns earlier than the people online. I'm also talking to my employee during this, so I'm like talking and taking pictures. But anyways, yeah, that was just me taking pictures of everything. And then afterwards, I went ahead and launched them on the site. So after I drove home from work, I let Luca out into this field type thing. It's like a road surrounded by a field and he can run free. He has a recall, so obviously if there is other dogs that come walking on the trail, I recall him and I clip his leash on because you should never have dogs around other dogs you do not know. So to keep everything safe, I always leash him if there's people, dogs, or cars around. But for the most part, no one is ever really on this trail when I go, which is nice. So he just can like run free because we do have a yard he can run in, but he does not really enjoy it as much as like this walking trail thing. So he likes this a lot. As you can tell, he's just like going crazy. So yeah, I don't know how long we go or how far we go. I just go until he gets tired. And I can tell he gets tired because he stops like running ahead of me and he just kind of waits for me to catch up and just like stays by my side. So once he does that, I turn around and we walk back. It's just really great for enrichment. He gets a lot of smelling in, a lot of running, a lot of exploring, and it also helps get a lot of energy out. So yes, he really does enjoy this. So once I got back from the trail and from work, I went ahead and gave Luca some food out of this treat dispenser toy. I think it's called like a snoot or something. I don't really remember. This one's kind of easy for him. He's got lots of puzzle feeders. This one's more on the easy side, but I just rotate which ones I use every day to like keep it interesting. This helps with like stimulation and enrichment and stuff. But then I go ahead and feed Lincoln his dinner. He gets some supplements at night, and then Milo gets his food, and Milo gets medication. He gets gabapentin at night for his feline hyperesthesia. I don't really know how to say it. Looks like my dad is over. Oh yeah, we did the litter boxes this night, which I forgot about. So if you guys want to see a video on cat litter boxes, please let me know because like I'm obsessed with it and I would love to do an informational video on like proper cat litter box setups. So anyways, that's what I'm doing today. I'm completely cleaning the boxes. So I vacuum and then my dad went ahead and mopped for me because my steamer mop was not clean, so I couldn't use it. So then I laid this plastic chair mat down underneath of the litter box. I cleaned the litter box and then my dad dumped the litter in. It's 40-pound bags of litter, so it's 80 pounds altogether. So I asked him to do it and help me because I could do it. It would just make me really sick because lifting things makes me almost pass out very easily. So he helps me clean the litter boxes because dumping them out is like 80 pounds of litter and then putting litter back in. Anyways, we clean the litter boxes about once a month, like fully clean it once a month. Sometimes we do it a little longer. We just go by how it looks. Because obviously it depends how much they use them. Because I have 3 different litter boxes, they use each litter box separately and they use them at different rates, if that makes sense. But anyways, one of the litter boxes is upstairs, 2 are downstairs. I had no idea the lighting was so horrible down here, so I apologize. The basement was kind of a mess. There was just litter everywhere, so we had to vacuum, and we're cleaning the floor up in some places. A cat had puked down there, so that's fun. So we're just dumping the litter back in and putting their accessories out. Here I am vacuuming the entire basement. I just never go in my basement, so I only vacuum it like once a month, which is probably really bad. But hopefully in the future, I have some plans for my basement, so stay tuned. Nothing to do with the bunnies, unfortunately, but yeah. Anyways, once we finished cleaning the litter boxes, I went ahead and cleaned the bunny room. It was a mess because It was still decorated for Halloween, which means there was fleece on the floor, and I cannot use my shop vac on the fleece because it will suck the fleece up into the shop vac. So it looked disgusting, so I was really happy to get the fleece out of there. And when I don't have fleece on the floor, I can use the shop vac like every day on the carpet because it's really easy to clean up. My dad came over and helped with the litter boxes as well, because I was a little tired after doing all of that today. So he helped me with the litter boxes, and I don't know if we did the hay boxes this night, but you can see I'm just vacuuming everything and then putting everything back on the floor. I think I also vacuumed and cleaned their shelf area that day as well, and we ran out of Carefresh, so only one of the litter boxes got Carefresh that day, but I went ahead and picked some more up from my shop, which is really handy. I always have supplies, at my shop, so if I run out, I can just go get it the next day, which is nice. But yeah, I just cleaned the bunny room, and it's no longer Halloween themed. I still have my Halloween decorations in the window, but as I'm filming this, it's November, so those are going to be taken down, and soon it's going to be Christmas, which, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. So anyways, I'm just giving them water for the night. Obviously, they need some water. And then I went ahead and got them their veggies in this new veggie bowl that I got from Bunfest. It's a really adorable bowl. It's like handmade pottery or something. But then I just have these, the Snuggabuns lined up because I was taking some photos of the bunnies in their new Snuggabuns. But then I went back and fed Lincoln again. So Lincoln gets fed 1.5 cans of food a day. So I feed it a half can in the morning and then 2 half cans at night. And I split it up so that he doesn't eat too much at one time. So I think here I'm giving him his 2nd can of food. And as you can see, I kicked Milo out of the room because Milo will eat anything and everything. So yeah, he's not allowed to because he's actually gained some weight recently. And I think it's because he keeps getting into Lincoln's food. So I'm gonna have to lower his food again, put him on a diet. When cats are older, they're very easily able to gain weight because their metabolism slows down. So last year, Milo went on a diet and he lost weight great. He went down to a good size, but ever since Lincoln started this new food, he keeps sneaking in there and eating it, and he's gained some weight. So we're trying to be careful on not allowing Milo in there. But anyways, I'm just giving Lincoln his food and his supplements. He just gets some probiotics and stuff like that. I'm still trying to figure out how to treat his IBD because I really don't know. This day we didn't do a ton of training with Luca. Normally I try to feed most of his food by training, so through practicing and things like that, but because he only went to the shop with me and I wasn't there very long, and we didn't do any training sessions that day, he got more food out of a different puzzle feeder. This one's the Kong Wobbler, which I really highly recommend if you have a dog. He loves this one. I think this one might be his favorite. I'm not sure. He loves it. And then I tell him he can go get his food. And he grabs it and he tries to carry it onto his bed. For some reason, he likes to play with it on his bed. And then he gets to eat it. But I try to pick up his food because, again, this is probably another reason Milo has gained weight. Milo follows him around when he's eating out of his Kong Wobbler or other treat dispensers, and he'll make a mad dash for any of the food that falls out, and he tries to eat it before Luca can eat it. So yeah, it's been fun trying to keep Milo away from all the food. But here I am just picking up the living room. My living room's a mess. I have so many cat toys out here. As you can see, I have the Cottontail Cottage, which is a cat or rabbit house that we sell on our online shop. I have it out here because I can't use it with the bunnies because Ebony is 9 years old and she kept launching herself off the top of the Cottontail Cottage, which probably would have been fine if she was 3 years old. But when you're 9 years old and potentially gonna have arthritis soon, that did not seem smart to me. So she's not allowed to use it anymore. So I gave it to the cats and I had to move the couch because Luca keeps moving my couch. We're working on that. He's a little crazy sometimes, but here he is. He's still eating his Kong wobbler. And then here I am giving Milo his final medication. Milo's on Prozac, which is an antidepressant, and Milo gets this for his feline hyperesthesia, and it has helped a ton. I don't know if you guys remember, but Milo was having some aggression towards Lincoln because he was in so much pain from his feline hyperesthesia. And ever since giving him Prozac, that has completely gone away, and he's completely back to normal now. The only thing is I would say he's slightly more tired or laid back than he used to be, which is probably a side effect from the medication, but I would prefer him to be a little more laid back than in pain. That's basically it for my day. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this day in my life. I know there wasn't a ton of clips of all the individual pets. I was trying to just show like everything that I did in a day, but if you guys like want more details on like, I don't know, just the rabbits or just the cats or just the dog, like let me know. I can like do more videos specifically on those things, but this was just an overview of like feeding everyone and things like that. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon on a new video. Bye! Also, don't forget to check out the new Snuggabuns that launched. I will have a link down in the description below, and yeah.